So I have more thoughts student asks for. Now, of course, I don't always get to cover all the topics I want to speak on for the main episode. So, with more thoughts on Acts 4, I choose one topic to deep dive with you guys about. You can catch these episodes streamed live on Mondays. Not every Monday. So, if you want to know when and where to catch these episodes, make sure you join the Discord. All updates and information will be in Discord. Join the Discord. And if you end up missing the live streams, you can still catch the uploads on YouTube, but over on my main YouTube channel at It's Your Girl Asia. All right, now back to the show.
So like I said, let's start with positives. Let's start with good things. Stream University. Did y'all watch Stream University? Did you see any clips? How do you feel about it? I've seen a lot of people was like, oh, Stream University is boring this year. And some people were saying it wasn't. I, of course, did not get to watch as much this year as I did last year. But overall, I feel like Stream University was pretty okay. Like, was it better than last year? No. But I do think that like there was a lot of streamers that I was not familiar with that I did find very entertaining. And I saw a lot of funny clips. Like the pretty much everything that happened at night, I didn't really see. But I did see clips. I overall really enjoyed the Stream University. I feel like on Kai's part, like when it came to the basketball stuff and just everything that he put into this Streaming U this year, I was like very, very as a true creative and someone who loves the art of content creating and not just doing shit for views. The fact that Kai even has the ability to even put on a full-blown production like this nigga had like a full-blown NBA game on stream. Like it was crazy. And so overall, just like him being able to platform all of these people, I did see some smaller streamers complaining. I saw some small streamers not complaining. I saw a little mix of everything. You know what I'm saying? I saw some people having a hard time with Wi-Fi or feeling like niggas was egoing them, and I saw some streamers really trying to help other people. So I really fuck with it. Like I really enjoyed this year's Stream University. I feel like overall there was a few bumps in the road, but it was a very, very solid thing. And I just have always loved the idea of Stream University. I think it's fire. I know people like to shit on it for fun. It's like, and it's cool, but I just think it's genuinely fire that he gets to platform all of these people and give them an opportunity to network and grind. I just think that overall, despite all the specifics and the bumps in the road that people had, I think it was a very, very great event overall. One thing I will say, this girl, what's her name? I think J Mommy. I seen like a clip of her and I was like, I need to go follow her because she was literally like, bro, I'm not here to look for dick. I'm not here. Like, I'm not here to get clips. I'm gonna do my thing. Like, and it was really nice seeing a streamer that was very similar to me as far as like, bro, I'm not about to do shit just because y'all telling me I should or just because you feel like I need to do that. Like, I'm a desktop streamer. I'm not an IRL streamer. I'm still streaming, but I'm gonna do shit within my comfort zone. Y'all not gonna push me and make me do anything. So I had no idea who she was. And I seen her, I was like, oh, I need to go follow her because I like her type of energy. So it was good seeing streamers there who was really standing their ground and just kind of doing what they felt was comfortable. And people kept trying to, we'll get into this when we talk about clip farming and everything, but I've talked about it before on my main show, how especially big streamers, but even people on the internet, I've seen so many like TikTok videos about it. People are like, oh, Streaming University. People act like not only Streaming University, but like streamers are supposed to just be super animated and just like be a full-blown character all the time. And I understand certain streamers have normalized that, and I get that Stream University has normalized it. However, some people who sit in front of a camera are just being themselves. There's a lot of people who are very successful by genuinely being themselves. And then there's a lot of people who are multifaceted in a sense of they can genuinely be themselves and they're just naturally funny. Even if they're not trying too hard, their personality and just how they're able to seamlessly switch between being themselves and also playing a version of a character or a little bit of a character without totally taking over their personality. Like there's certainly a skill to it. And I think that people need to start respecting that. Like everybody don't got to be a character. Not everyone wants to like put on a fucking show and act an ass for clips. It's not normal. People have normalized it, so they want to make all streamers fit in that box. And I think that that's bullshit. I actually don't really watch many streamers or really streamers at all, at least on Twitch, for that exact reason, because everyone is a character. I'm 23 years old. I don't want to watch people be a character. I want to watch people be themselves. I want to be able to relate to them somehow. I want to enjoy, I want people to entertain me. Don't get me wrong. I want to laugh. I want to be entertained. But I also like to watch people and learn something from them, learn another perspective. Or, like I said, I like people who are multifaceted in a sense of they can be themselves and hold their ground and like make decent content while also being entertaining in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I never liked that people tries to force all streamers to fit in this small box of be a character, because we're about to get into why pushing that narrative is gonna have everybody fucked up. Okay, so this is actually a great segue into the Max and OJ shit. Now, as I've said, right, I'm not gonna sit up here and dissect the whole situation. Like, it is what it is. Max don't want to talk to that nigga. He said fuck him. He feel how you feel. The situation is pretty much over. Y'all all on Twitter still dragging OJ. That's fine. Y'all be over in like 2 days and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay. So I'm not finna like really do too much with it, but there's so many conversations to be had from this one situation. So that's what we're gonna do today. Okay. So before I say anything regarding this OJ and Max thing, I'm gonna say that I feel like I have a very unique perspective as someone who is very familiar with OJ's content. And when I say very familiar, I'm talking about when he was streaming, I was tapped into every single stream. Okay. Also, along with that, I'm not homophobic. Okay. I don't fuck with that shit. I don't support it. I condemn that shit. And I call out homophobes all the time on my streams. Okay. So I think that there's, as far as the reactions that I'm seeing from the Max and OJ thing, I'm either seeing people blindly support, like just blindly defend Max because they don't know OJ. But then I'm also seeing a lot of people, I'm also seeing a lot of people just like, let's just get into it. I'm sorry. Let's just get into it. So I want to start off by saying this. OJ was wrong. Okay. OJ was wrong, point blank and period. There's really no point in like, there's no defending it. I feel like there was a lot of, oh, this was the point that I was trying to make. Sorry, my ADHD went off. I've seen most people either defending Max blindly or there were people defending OJ in the name of homophobia or Christianity. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I feel like I have like a unique perspective because, well, I'm not homophobic and I actually do know who OJ is. Like I'm familiar with his content. And I also like have critical thinking skills and I have a brain of my own. So, and I know how social media works. So again, I'm here to break the fourth wall. I'm not really here to like get online and say everything else that everyone else online is saying, although I agree with some things. I also have a mind of my own. And when it comes to OJ and Max, OJ was dead wrong. And I'm saying that as somebody who is familiar with his content. He was wrong. And we're gonna talk about why he was wrong because it's more important to be specific about we're calling somebody out. It's important for us to break it down, explain why instead of calling them names or trying to paint them as a hypocrite, even if they are. Let's talk about it, right? From an emotional intelligence perspective, right? And just like how normal adults approach conversation. There are two things that OJ did wrong before he even said anything. Before the conversation even started, there's two things that he did wrong. Number one, the first thing, and let me just say, I have notes for this stream. So, because I have a lot to say. So if I like take a beat and I look over, that's why, because I will forget. All right. The first thing he did wrong before he even said anything, OJ had two choices in this conversation when he approached Max, right? He either could have chose to be the character, performative, let me get a clip OJ, or genuine, down to earth, kind, caring OJ, right? Because those two versions of him do exist, as they do most streamers, right? He chose the character, performative, let me say anything to get a clip. That's the route that he chose before he said anything. That's off rip. That off rip set him up for failure. Now, sidebar, I'm not gonna nail him to the cross for playing a character because everyone on that campus plays a character. Everyone. All of them were already doing it before he even got there. So I'm not gonna isolate him when I'm pointing that out. I'm just saying that's what he chose, and this is the outcome that he got. So he has to hold that L because he did have the choice to choose between being himself and being the character. He clearly chose the character, right? Number two, the second thing that he did wrong before he even said anything was OJ did not really approach the conversation trying to have a conversation. Again, this is very parallel to him choosing the character, right? Because if he was being himself, this conversation would have went completely differently, right? But because he was being a character, he was being performative, the nigga didn't approach Max wanting to have actual dialogue. Even the first two questions he asked him, he was like, why you want to be a diva? What's up with this diva shit, right? And he asked him very quickly, right? And Max was like, oh, this is just me. Like, I'm just doing whatever. Like, he didn't really think it was a serious thing, right? Now, after OJ asked that, he could have really became his normal self and said, no, but for real though, like, are you doing this, like the wigs and the tattoo and the diva stuff? Are you doing this because it's authentic to you? Or do you feel like you need to do it for attention? Because, I just care about you and I just want to make sure that you're not doing shit for attention because you know how niggas are. You know how people are and them being able to, how people can get wanting to do anything for attention. So I'm just making sure that's not, what you're doing and it's actually authentic to you. If that was really OJ's intention and that's what he wanted to do, he could have done that. He could have done that. And guess what? Guess what that does? that gives Max the opportunity to actually speak for himself. The issue that I have with a lot of people in real life is a lot of people don't like to ask questions. I can tell when I'm talking to somebody and they really actually don't care to hear my side or what I have to say. They just want to tell me what they want to say. And the issue with a lot of y'all is, and why y'all get in so much trouble, is because no, y'all don't want to ask questions. Y'all care more about assuming and then saying how you feel. But when you actually have the chance to speak to someone face to face, you don't actually. I actually get really annoyed when I'm talking to someone and they just talk at me based off assumptions. And I'm like, why don't you just ask me though? Why don't you just ask me how I feel? Instead of assuming how I feel, why don't you just ask? Just ask me, right? And so the fact that he didn't do that and he approached the conversation just wanting to get a clip and just wanted to say whatever he wanted to say, you set yourself up for failure. Also, he was so in flow state of his character that the human, genuine side of him literally didn't even stop to take a beat and look at Max's face and his body language. Anybody, I don't know if it was the glasses or he just really wasn't paying attention, but anybody who really was just like present in a situation and actually was caring about the person and as they were talking to them, anyone else who was OJ who cared for 5 seconds to actually look at Max as they were talking to him, anyone easily could have seen very early on that he felt uncomfortable and that he was getting emotional. The fact that he was just so out of it that he just couldn't even peep body language and see that he felt uncomfortable, that's how you know you was too far into the character mode. And so again, I haven't even talked about anything that OJ has said that was actually wrong. I'm telling you how he was wrong before he even really had a conversation, before he even started talking. I'm talking about the mindset and the route that he chose to approach this interaction. He chose content over having a genuine moment. And I'm not isolating him to that because all of these other streamers do it. They did it at Streamer U. I'm not going to isolate him. It's just for this particular situation, he took it way too far and he has to hold that L. But yeah, of course, the specific things that I had a problem with was OJ said that like he was joking on certain parts, and I agree with that because I know his sense of humor. I'm not really gonna go back and forth with y'all on whether he was joking or not. It honestly really doesn't matter at this point. I will say, joke or not, when you're talking about queerness and gay people, and you bring up religion in any scenario, that directly makes it homophobic. Because he could have been very jokey about Max and the diva thing without bringing church into it and bringing up family. And like that part is kind of where it went a little bit past joking. Only because this is such a big platform. There's also gay people here, gay successful streamers who are getting shown love here. So it's just, again, he did not take a beat to actually like process any of this or consider any of it. And anyone who took a beat before they actually said it would have considered it, you know? I agree with Max that like it should have happened off cam. Like this is like if you genuinely give a fuck, that's an off cam convo. And just approaching the conversation from a place of assumption was the biggest problem. That you and Max apparently have rapport, right? It's different when we on social media, we assume things about people all day, every day, and we go online and we talk about it. That's one thing. When I actually have somebody's phone number or I know I can DM them and ask them about something or have a conversation, I'm gonna choose that route before I just approach them on live with a sensitive topic and just talk at them from a place of assuming. You know, I think that assuming things and making very strong statements is a very tricky thing, and it's something that we all do. Of course, this is much more harmful because they have rapport. And the option for this to happen off camera or for niggas to pick up the phone and call or to text or whatever, that option was there. And so, yeah, I just think overall it just was not a good move. And what happens when people say things online, even if they claim they don't mean things and or whatever. Because OJ said, like, you know, he's not homophobic. Right? And so whether that's the case or not, in any scenario where something is said that is harmful, it doesn't really matter what the intent is. If that shit goes dumb viral, you now are opening the door for bigots to use your talking point as an opportunity to push their bigotry. So Now, even though OJ is like, well, I'm not homophobic, you know what I'm saying? And X, Y, and Z, you're opening the door for homophobes to come and be homophobic. And we're going to talk about opening doors. We're going to, trust me, this whole stream is not going to be about OJ. We're going to talk about the bad habit that all of these streamers have of opening doors and allowing certain shit to flow in and out of the community, and the fact that they have opened doors and have never closed them. A lot of these streamers have opened doors to allow homophobia, to allow misogyny, to allow so much problematic shit, and they have never closed it. Maybe all of a sudden, yeah, niggas don't do certain shit no more, but the chat ain't caught up yet. The community ain't caught up yet because niggas don't check them. Hey, Brooklyn, these niggas open doors. So I'll get off OJ so we can now get to my main point, right? Because, actually, before I get there, I want to talk about clip culture, right? Because this is the biggest issue within this discussion, that there's a very, very fine line between clip farming and disrespect. And mind you, I was going to talk about this on stream before this OJ and Max thing even happened, because I was seeing it before that even happened, right? And ironically, Kai even talked about it. Literally just came out and said on stream, like, hey, I got hurt, blah, 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 blah. Niggas don't know the difference between clip farming and disrespect. So I'm not, when I'm saying this and me already feeling it, I just want y'all to know I'm not making this shit up. Kai said it himself. And the crazy thing is, I was watching a lot of things at Streamer U, and I was like, a clip, but like at what cost though? Like, it's really gotten to a point where we really doing anything for a clip. And if Kai didn't have certain boundaries and restrictions in place, only God knows what these niggas would have been doing to go viral. And I just kind of felt like I was seeing a lot of things that I felt like was disrespectful. And that, hey, God, John, that a lot of people, that some people just felt like, oh, it was clip farming. And I saw shit that was, thank you. I saw people that was clip farming and being like extremely disrespectful. Thank you for the follow. Just being extremely disrespectful. And it's like, am I supposed to find this entertaining? Is this supposed to be funny? Me watching people be disrespectful? I think a lot of these big streamers, they amplify clip farming. They're like, get your clips. And I'll be honest, there's definitely a skill to clip farming, right? But the type of clip farming that I have an issue with is just doing and saying anything. And even it got to a point with Streamer U where I was watching people, every time they laid their eyes on a big streamer, they just was battling to see who was gonna get a clip first. I was like, damn, I can't even see niggas be organic and get a clip. Like, y'all are really forcing it. Like, I was like, and that's the difference between this year and last year. Like, last year, the clips and the chemistry between all the streamers was a lot more seamless, in my opinion. I'm open to being wrong, but it was a lot more seamless. I felt like this year the chemistry with everyone as a whole was very fucking forced. And of course, there were small duos here and there that was cool. Like, I felt like Max and Wardrobe had like seamless chemistry. I felt like any clips they had was just naturally their content personalities just complemented each other well. I felt like everybody as a whole, anytime they laid their eyes on a big streamer, it's like, let me do something to get a clip. And it's just, I get it. I feel like that's what they should do. But I don't know. For me, I just cringe with like forceful clip farming. I just think it's cringy. And it's not entertaining to watch. That's honestly one of the main reasons I couldn't really sit through Streamer U like consistently, because I just felt like, okay, I'm getting tired of watching these niggas clip farm. Like, can y'all just be organic and naturally get a clip? I miss the days where people was like naturally funny and got a clip and wasn't even trying to be, you know? And of course that still happens, but I feel like more so than that, it's just, oh my God, all niggas want to do is clip farm, clip. And it's like, it's so lame and it's tired. And I think this situation with OJ and Max is a very great example on why people need to stop pushing streamers to just want to get a clip. Because when you step in that mode where you see a big streamer and you like, I got to get this clip, if we're going to keep pushing that narrative, then niggas gonna keep being OJ. We're gonna keep getting more Plaque and OJ situations where niggas is in front of a camera saying or doing anything just to go viral. So I think that's the biggest lesson from this. And again, I was gonna talk about this, whether this happened or not, but just wanted to note that, okay? Hold on, let's make sure the stream's good. Okay, cool. So moving on. If you're in the chat right now, let me know how y'all felt about the OJ and Max situation. I want to talk about the reaction from this, right? The reaction online. This is what I find funny, right? And that's actually not funny, but it's actually really annoying. Fighting defending homophobia with homophobia, see, that math just don't math to me. I don't know, like, my ADHD can't really make sense out of that. Defending Max from homophobia by being homophobic towards OJ. Like, it's very crazy to see, like, I agree, King. Like, last year was more, like I said, it was more genuine and organic. This year was it still wasn't bad, but it was a bit more forced. It's so weird, and I see so many tweets. People were saying like, it's so weird seeing y'all now defend Max when y'all was. I swear y'all was just making fun of that nigga a couple months ago. Like, am I tripping? I swear y'all was just making fun of that nigga a couple months ago. And what's so crazy is in the exact clip with OJ and Max, nigga, go look at the chat. Niggas was laughing in the chat saying, oh, he's right. He has a point. He has a point. But up until Max got emotional, oh, that's where everybody's like, oh, this is bad because it hurt his feelings. It's like, you niggas were just laughing and saying that you agreed with OJ. And you niggas were just, I promise you, you can go look at videos, find tweets from a couple months ago with Max wearing a wig and doing whatever. And I promise you, the comments from that are copy and paste what OJ said. So this is why it'd be hard for me to take y'all serious, because y'all are so fake. Y'all don't care about homophobia. And again, I'm not talking about, look, listen, some of y'all are going to be like, oh, don't generalize everybody. Maybe not everyone who's defending Max was making fun of him. Well, if it doesn't apply, then let it fly. Okay, here's your cookie for not being homophobic. If it don't apply to you, then I'm not fucking talking about you. But there are two groups of people defending Max. One, queer people or queer or gay allies who just see this shit from an outside view and is defending homophobia, right? And then there's another group of people. There's another group of people who maybe know of Max or they're familiar with him, who are defending him because they feel like, all right, you know, this is wrong. He's not being treated right. But then, I'm sorry, there's three groups. There's another group of people who are consistently homophobic, who have said the same things that OJ said about Max. There's just one group of people who are defending Max right now who are religiously homophobic, consistently, all the fucking time. Y'all are the same motherfuckers that was just talking about Boston Richie. Y'all were the same niggas that cared more about Boston Richie being gay than him dating an underage girl. Like, I can't take y'all serious. But now everybody is defending Max because OJ said some fucked up shit to his face and made him cry. Y'all was just on Boston Richie ass. All of you niggas. I just cannot take y'all seriously in the fact that y'all really do care about homophobia. And I'm talking about the internet. Y'all don't actually care. Y'all was just on Boston Richie ass. Caring. Y'all was going on for days and days making all kinds of gay jokes about Boston Richie. Mind you, y'all didn't want to have a conversation about him dating an underage girl. But now everybody's jumping up in defense of Max. I know how this shit works. I know how social media works. Everybody is going to shit on OJ and act like, oh my gosh, he's being so homophobic to Max. And then y'all are going to turn around and start being homophobic. Y'all are the same niggas that will tell men that they're gay for either just looking the wrong way. Y'all call niggas gay for literally every single reason. Y'all are the same people defending Max from homophobia while calling OJ gay. Or saying, oh, well, he looks gay. He must be gay. He's a closeted gay. Is that not what y'all are defending Max from? OJ making assumptions of his sexuality based off how he's presenting? Is that not what y'all are defending Max from? And y'all are also doing to OJ? Like, I cannot take y'all seriously. Guess what? Yes. Is OJ hypocritical for how he approached this conversation? Absolutely. You want to know why OJ's hypocritical? Because people do assume that he's gay. So it was insensitive and unfair for OJ to approach Max with this conversation on camera, so in such an insensitive way, because OJ literally has to deal with the same thing. So that's unfair of him. You see how I was able to articulate why OJ was wrong based off it coming across hypocritical without me being homophobic or without me saying, well, OJ, you look gay or you act gay or you must be gay. How am I going to defend Max and be like, oh, OJ, you was wrong for making assumptions of his sexuality and addressing this shit publicly? How am I going to do that while also turning around and calling OJ gay and pulling up pictures and making fun of him? Y'all are doing the same thing that y'all were doing to Max. Y'all are doing the same thing that OJ's doing to Max. All of you niggas are not to be taken seriously. Like, what are we talking about right now? And mind you, the shit that I'm saying right now, I have barely seen on the internet because y'all go with the crowd. Y'all go wherever the wind blows. And y'all don't ever want to sit with your own thoughts and opinions and perspectives and actually talk from a place of how you truly feel. No, everyone wants to ride on waves and eat dick. Now everybody's like, oh, well, just let him live. Bitch, y'all are homophobic so casually on the internet on a consistent basis. I can't take y'all serious. Y'all call niggas gay for how they dress, how they talk, how they walk, what music they listen to, how they dance, how they look. Y'all even call niggas gay if they act like they for like a serial cheater, niggas that cheat on you. Y'all say, oh, niggas, if he don't want her, he must be gay. When I tell y'all the internet is not a real place, I'm here to break the fourth wall. And I think that's also why the Ojay shit made a lot of people uncomfortable, because it forces you to hold up a mirror, to actually have to look at the ways that you have been talking crazy about someone, making assumptions about them and the way that they live their life. Everything that Ojay has said, I've seen those comments in forms of tweets, in comment sections. These statements and opinions aren't new. And again, I can't be mad at people, even though I'm familiar with Ojay's content, I cannot be mad at people from the outside attacking him because they feel like he's homophobic. Mind you, just a couple months ago, there was a female streamer who made these very similar comments, except she wasn't being performative and animated or joking about nothing. She was dead ass serious. And she boldly used Christianity to push homophobia and flat out said gay is not okay. I came up on here and lit her ass up. So I can't be mad at people who don't know who Ojay is, and to see that, you saying certain things, you bringing up buzzwords and saying, talking about the church and all this stuff. I just can't defend that from an outside view perspective. I can't fault someone for attacking somebody who they think is being homophobic. I do the same thing. I can't be mad at that. Difference between me and y'all when it comes to checking homophobia, I'm consistent. I don't defend homophobia with homophobia. And guess what, guys? If you are listening to this right now, you're like, damn, I do that. Like, you know what? Guess what? It's not too soon to check yourself. Check yourself and try to do better. It's perfectly fine. It's not the end of the world. When you notice that, I always talk about look, I'm not here to dive too deep into hypocrisies and try to catch people in gotcha moments and be like, y'all are hypocritical. I'm definitely going to point out hypocrisies, but I'm not going to ever dwell on it. I've talked about it on stream before, because at the end of the day, all throughout all of our lifetime, we're all going to contradict ourselves or be hypocritical. The difference is when you are aware that you're being hypocritical or you're called out for it, if you don't take the time to actually face it and be like, damn, why am I being hypocritical about this? Let me address this. Let me address my bias. If you don't take the time to address it and actually try to do better moving forward, that to me is problematic. But being hypocritical within itself is not. It's more so what you do or don't do after you are aware that you are being hypocritical. Especially if you talk on camera for a living, you're going to see people contradict themselves all the time, especially because people are also allowed to change their minds and they're allowed to grow and get new information. But again, there also are a lot of people who are comfortable in their hypocrisy and they're like, I don't care, I'm a hypocrite, whatever. Those people are dangerous. That's dangerous. Feeling one way today and feeling another way about something maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years from now is normal. That's just human evolution, right? So I don't care to dwell on hypocrisy, because I feel like that keeps people stuck in having to pick one side. And it's like, I feel like that pigeonholes people, and when you approach shit like that, trying to get a gotcha moment or try to make people feel like, oh my God, you're being hypocritical, it doesn't really give them much of an opportunity to check their hypocrisy and do better moving forward. I don't care to catch people in gotcha moments and be like, hey, pick one, pick something. No, address why you are being hypocritical about this and decide how you want to move moving forward. As long as you're aware of it, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Was Ojay wrong? Yeah, absolutely. There's no debating it. As someone who's familiar with his content, flat out, he was wrong. And I told y'all exactly why he was wrong, right? So I'm not going to defend that in any case. Alongside that statement, if y'all only care about centering Ojay and just shitting on him, and y'all don't actually want to open the door to have a real conversation about problematic things that has been normalized. Thank you for the follow, King Canes. That has been normalized in the streamer community by big streamers, then I can't really take y'all serious. Because I won't sit up and act like what I heard OJ say was the worst thing that I've seen on stream or heard be said on stream. I can add it to a very long list, but I'm just not going to sit up here and act like OJ is the villain and oh my gosh, he definitely was dead ass wrong. But I've been wanting to have a real conversation about problematic shit in the streamer community and shit that has been normalized. But I don't know if y'all ready for that conversation because y'all only want to talk about OJ. And that's fine. I know obviously it's a very current situation. It was very, very raw and uncut. Like there's no manipulating that, right? So I get that everyone's reacting to a current event. But if we all just gonna make this, I'm just seeing OJ. And I wish that I was seeing more of, yeah, OJ is wrong. And these streamers have normalized this type of culture, this clip farm culture, this let me say anything and do anything for a clip. These are the same niggas, these same niggas, these big streamers who was going to OJ saying, oh, you was wrong, you need to apologize. Have any of these niggas ever apologized for any problematic thing they've ever contributed to streaming as a whole? I don't think so. I'm not saying it's wrong for them to tell OJ he was wrong and that he should apologize, because he should. But y'all not finna sit up here and hide behind OJ and act like y'all ain't never done some problematic shit. King Kane, you said other said worser. I don't know. Worser is not a word, right? Don't think so. But we're not gonna get into, oh, who said worse. We're not gonna do that, King Kane. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Because I think what OJ said was harmful. You wanna know what I also think is harmful? Misogyny. Sexualizing women on stream. Comfortably. Talking to and about women crazy. Disrespectfully. You know what I also think is pretty harmful? Constantly having so many sexual undertones in content, knowing that you're catering to to young kids. Discussing inappropriate things around underage or to underage people. There's no reason I've ever should have heard Rakai say a lot of the shit that he has said on camera. Should I go on? You also want to know what's harmful? And I'll use a recent example, a very recent example. Which streamer you? You want to know also what's harmful? A dark-skinned black woman, small streamer, on Rakai's stream, and his chat flooding the comments with colorism and racism. Now, in this example, I'm not directly blaming Rakai, right? But I'm just talking about what I feel is harmful, right? So, King Kane, you would agree all those things are harmful, right? We can sit up here and talk and have oppression Olympics and talk about who said and did what. I don't know. I think Deshae is a perfect example within himself of everything that's wrong with streamers. One beautiful example. So, again, I'm not here to dismiss OJ and how harmful what he said was, right? I'm not here to dismiss what OJ said. It was harmful. He was wrong. I broke down exactly why he was wrong, and I'll keep saying it. But because I've heard and seen so much problematic shit within the streamer community, I'm just not going to sit up here and only talk to y'all about OJ right now. We could talk about all these niggas. Let's talk about it all. Even when it comes to homophobia, I'm not going to sit up here and blatantly call any of these streamers homophobic, right? What I am going to say is all of these niggas act gay for clips. They act gay. They make gay jokes. Do any of these niggas really check their chat for being homophobic, though? Because anytime I see a gay person on any of these nigga streams, what the chat look like? LLL, gay, F slurs. So everyone's hyping up Max for his, everyone's hyping up Max for like him and Wardrobe's, relationship, which I'm not going to sit up here and burst any bubbles. I don't want to be a party pooper. I do love them as a, content duo. I said it myself. They were my number one duo this year at Streaming You. But I'm sorry, the bar is so low, bro. He doesn't get a cookie for that. None of them get a cookie for being respectful. towards wardrobe. That's what I would hope that they would be respectful towards wardrobe. As much as they act gay and clip farm and make all these gay jokes, you better be respectful when an actual gay person walks in the room. I would assume so. So although it's so nice to see and I actually really appreciate it, I can also say at the same time, I'm not finna fucking give niggas a cookie for it, because that's what you should be doing. But to be completely honest with you, the door has been opened for a lot of toxic shit, and it was never closed. Niggas don't get on their platforms and fucking check their chat. These people have toxic ass communities and toxic ass chats. And even if themselves now, like, even if niggas have grown or don't do certain shit no more, their chat hasn't caught up yet. Even if themselves is not homophobic, I'm still seeing bullshit in the chat. I will say, I'll be fair and to say that certain things have definitely gotten better in the streamer community. Like, I would say overall things aren't as bad. Now I'm gonna be so honest with you. Y'all might disagree with me. I'll ask y'all in the chat. Y'all can let me know. Why do you think some of these big streamers like aren't being as problematic as they were? Right? You think it's because niggas grew up, niggas learned from their mistakes, whatever, right? I think that's fair to say. I won't dismiss it. But to be honest with you, I think these streamers are a lot more calculated than y'all realize. I think they've seen enough niggas get canceled. I think they've seen enough things happen from afar. And they're like, all right, I won't do that. Not because they actually think it's wrong, but because they know what to do and not to do on camera. And to be really honest, a lot of these niggas don't even stream enough to even get themselves caught up in some shit. So I'm just not gonna sit up here and just give niggas all this credit that like, oh, but they've grown and they've gotten better, bro. This week on Stream University alone, I saw niggas talking about women crazy. Keep referring to women as bitches just so seamlessly, just so casually, just so like, bitch, this, that, talking like just, my God, like, what are we talking about? There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. There's definitely been some recent problematic clips within the streamer community. I'm not even really going to spend time talking about Adrian Bronner because that's y'all seen what that y'all see how problematic that nigga is. All of this shit has been normalized within this community by these streamers. Even for some people that would say, oh, well, yeah, they've grown up, they've gotten better, and blah blah blah. And if people y'all want to try to defend them and act like, oh, well, they're actually like morally sound or whatever, and they actually really care about all this ignorant shit. Let me ask y'all a question. I really do want y'all to answer me in the chat. If you're watching me, please answer me because I'm open to being wrong here. When Deshae got exposed in 4K for putting his hands on a woman, did any of these niggas come out and say anything about it? The next time any of these niggas started stream, did any of these niggas say, hey, that shit Deshae did? Weird. Don't condone it. Don't fuck with that shit. Did any of his peers, these niggas that you've seen talk about him on stream with him, did any of these niggas say anything? And then y'all gonna say to me, oh, well, Asia, maybe they said something to him privately. Maybe they said something to him privately. Maybe they did. Maybe they absolutely did not. But you see how comfortable everyone is at Streamer U when Ojay clearly says something wrong, right? Everyone's so comfortable saying something because y'all are at Streamer University. There's already cameras around. And y'all are like, this big thing happened. It's going viral. Let me figure out how to insert myself so I can get a clip. Don't sit up here and act like y'all give a fuck about homophobia. Don't get up here and act like y'all actually care about bigotry. Don't get up here and act like y'all care about ignorance. Because when Ojay put his hands on that girl, none of you niggas said shit. And people would be like, oh, well, that had nothing to do with him. Why would they come on stream and talk about it? That's it. If these niggas really care about shit like this and they really want to stand up for people, or if they really care about being clear about what they do align with and don't align with, niggas would have called him out. I remember Kai did it a couple years ago where he said, hey, Deshae, I think you should kind of calm down on the girl content because it make you look some type of way, blase, blase, blah. That was like one of the very few times, maybe the only time where I really didn't see any of these big streamers directly hold Deshae accountable. But that nigga put his hands on a girl in 4K and none of these niggas have ever said a peep about it. Cool, he's not a streamer you, duh. Cool. But niggas are not gonna talk about that. The next time some bullshit happens, next time somebody says something, y'all not gonna address it. Y'all are only gonna address things when it benefits you or when it looks good. And I want to be clear, I don't hate streamers. And I actually don't really like dislike many of them. Well, that's a lie. I do kind of dislike a lot of them. But even though if I don't personally care for their content, I can still respect the grind to a certain degree. I'm approaching this critique more so from a space of I just want y'all to be like real. I just want y'all to be real niggas. You know, like if this is what y'all really want to stand on and y'all want to defend y'all friend Max from homophobia, I want y'all to keep this up. I want y'all to keep this up. So the next time y'all do some fucked up shit or some problematic shit on stream, come on stream and take accountability. And mind you, sidebar, I'm talking about y'all now, the social media, the audience. Let's be real about this OJ shit. Y'all don't give a fuck if he apologizes. Y'all don't give a fuck if he hops on here and takes accountability, whether Max wants it or not. Y'all don't give a fuck. I sat in OJ's live and watched that chat fry him. Y'all don't give a fuck. Kai Cenat literally just got on stream to take accountability for how he went about the shit with Gigi, with his ex. And y'all on Twitter talking about some, well, it took too long. Oh, he let all the time go by and she got dragged. Da, da, da. It's like the nigga literally acknowledged that. He acknowledged he was wrong. He took accountability. And y'all over here on Twitter dismissing his apology as if it's your apology to accept. Get the fuck off social media. The fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? This is why I don't fuck with cancel culture. Because it's cancel and then nothing else. Y'all act like y'all want niggas to unalive themselves after they fuck up. But then for other people, y'all make excuses for them, right? Y'all literally be like, oh, well, they changed and they learned and they grew from their mistakes. Fuck off. Fuck off. Y'all pick and choose who gets to have their redemption arc and who just has to fucking stay buried in the ground. I can't take you niggas serious at all. A perfect example is the one that I seen from Streamer U with Rakai and his girl Lonnie. Look at Rakai and Lonnie, a small streamer. She was literally crying. Like, and just appreciating the opportunity. But she was talking about the toxicity in these niggas' communities and the blatant racism and colorism that she had to deal with. Again, even if these streamers weren't directly treating her that way, you don't think at one point these streamers have opened the door for all of this fucking ignorance to come through? Y'all don't think that they did that? That's what they did. They did open the door. What I mean by open the door is they've said certain things or they've blatantly done certain things that have made the chat be like, all right, bet. All right, bet. So you can pull up old clips of certain niggas being colorist and certain weird shit going on. You can pull up old clips of niggas just talking crazy. You can pull up old clips of streamer niggas trying to play this weird ass game with non-black people and tell them to say the N-word and they say it and they laugh and it's so funny. Oh, but literally at Streamer U, a nigga get up there who's not black and say the N-word and he's getting dragged off stage. And Yana runs into Runic and confronts him. Well, not confronts him, but she was like, are you black? Because you keep saying nigga. He's like, no. Again, these niggas have opened the door for this and they've never closed it. You can't open a door for ignorance and bigotry, never close it, never talk to your community, never talk to your chat, and really sit down and have an adult conversation. No, you can't do that because your kids watching you. So you niggas see y'all niggas do shit a couple years back. Years go by, y'all see people get canceled, y'all learn, y'all grow, whatever you want to call it. And so now it's certain shit that'll happen on stream. You're handling it. Cool. I commend that. That's growth, right? But I also don't give niggas no cookie for doing what the fuck they're supposed to do. And I also don't give niggas cookies because you never closed the door. Again, all of y'all seen DeShape slap that girl. None of you niggas will get on stream and reference that situation. Well, obviously it's too late now because so much time has passed. But none of you niggas would have got on stream or even got online and publicly called out that nigga to really stand on some shit or to tell your community, hey, I don't fuck with that. I know I'm associated with DeShape. I know I've collabed with him. This, and that. I don't fuck with that. Niggas won't do that. So respectfully, This performative shit as streamer you with OJ, with these niggas, with some of them, not all of them, but with some of these streamer niggas, capitalizing off this situation, and now they're like, how can I insert myself so I can get a clip? And trying to tell him he needs to be held accountable and apologize. They right, he do. But y'all niggas also have a lot of motherfucking work to do, and so much damage has been done within the streamer community. You have normalized so much weird ass shit that's not normal. So my point is, let's not center OJ. Let's make this a group project. Let's make this a group assignment. Let's hold OJ accountable alongside all the other problematic things that have been normalized in the streamer community. Let's make this a group assignment is all I'm saying. But if y'all only want to center OJ, we can't, then y'all go center OJ. Y'all go shit on him on Twitter. Because if y'all want to act like this OJ clip is the only problematic thing you've ever seen in the streamer community, I don't even want to have a conversation with you. But niggas aren't ready to have a real conversation. Niggas aren't ready to talk about how these niggas talk to women, how they sexualize women. These niggas not gonna talk about it. They are fake. It would be wonderful, don't you think, if these big streamers, instead of just hiding behind OJ, don't you think it would be beautiful if any one of these big streamers would have took this as opportunity to talk to their chat and really just be like, this shit is not okay. And guess what? I've seen some streamers giving that kind of speech of just condemning that type of behavior, but the niggas that should have been doing it didn't. They just kept talking to OJ, telling him what the fuck he need to be doing. Am I tripping? I want to know what y'all think. Respond to me. Let me know. What's your opinion? What's your thoughts? I just think, in my mind, this would have been a great opportunity for the big streamers to be like, you know what? This is not okay. Homophobia is not okay. Being blatantly disrespectful is not okay. Misogyny is not okay. Bigotry is not okay. Slapping women, putting your hands on women, Deshay, is not okay. Why not come out and actually stand on some shit? But guess what? They're not going to do that. And everyone's going to make excuses for them. Like, oh, this don't have nothing to do with them, whatever. They all of them are talking about shit that has nothing to do with them right now. All of them inserted themselves in the Max shit. Max is a grown-ass man. But because he was crying and because it went viral, everybody's fake ass is all up in OJ's face. Oh, you need to do this, and that. Take your own fucking advice. Take your own advice. I've seen Rakai alone. And I don't, to be fair, I'm not going to speak on Rakai current day because I really don't watch him like so actively, right? And I have seen a couple comments of people saying that they feel like Rakai has been getting better, right? Rakai himself, I've seen him say so many things that he shouldn't have said. Being so young, talking about things when this nigga pulls so many fucking views and has so many kids watching him, he shouldn't be saying the shit that I've seen him say. People shouldn't be talking to him, a kid, an underage child, about certain shit that he was saying. There's so much weird shit in the streamer community that has been normalized that y'all now are acting like this OJ thing is the worst thing that has been done in this community or that has been platformed. It's certainly bad, but it goes along with a long list of other things. And if y'all don't want to talk about the long list of other things that are problematic in the streamer community, when you see some bullshit, they pick and choose. Thank you. They pick and choose, and I've seen worse clips. That's why I want y'all, if y'all watching me right now in this chat, I want y'all to type. If I'm tripping, let me know. If you agree, disagree, let me know. Because there's nobody, people online are acting like, are y'all serious? Even I'll say this. What OJ said, this is what's really funny, right? What OJ said, I literally cussed out a female streamer for saying pretty much the same shit last year. Her shit went dumb viral. Everybody online was on her ass. Did any other streamers call her out for what she said? For spreading homophobia? No. Mind you, she came back this year. I'm not gonna say no names. Her homophobic ass came back. She was being blatantly homophobic. And using religion to push it. I'm not gonna say no names. It don't matter. It's over with. She had her moment as streamer. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. But again, it's just why I can't take niggas seriously. Because now OJ, they're like, oh, send OJ home for being mean to Max and being homophobic. You know what clip I'm talking about? And I'm not gonna pull it up and I'm not gonna rehash it. But she literally said, I followed you after OJ shouted you out on stream. Oh, thank you. When was that? When was that? Was that yeah, when was that? But yeah, the clip I'm talking about, female creator. She went on stream. Oh, okay. I think I know what stream you're talking about. She went on stream and she was like, all of these male streamers are acting gay and playing gay and all this and that. They're not actually gay. And it's young people watching them. And she said, and I quote, they're acting like gay is okay. Gay is not okay. And then she started bringing up, oh, the devil is in the streamer community and started talking about Christianity and God. And then she, on another stream, she started using Christianity to talk about why homophobia is unnatural. Just pushing all this homophobic bullshit. And mind you, she was talking about these big male streamers who indeed do act gay for clips and attention. Because it's funny. Now, I'm not a man, so I don't know if that's just like a guy thing to just do gay stuff. And if it's funny, I don't know. I'm not a man. I don't understand it. It's weird. It don't make sense to me. But who gives a fuck, right? Yeah. So then she says that I hop my black ass on stream and I cuss her out. So don't get me wrong. I'm cool with us attacking homophobes all day long or someone you think is homophobic. That's fine. The only reason I even felt comfortable coming on stream and cussing her out is because she was dead ass serious. I actually waited until there was another stream after that shit went viral where she doubled down on it. And I was like, oh shit, no, you really dead ass. Like you really like homophobic for real. So again, I'm sorry. The shit that OJ said, there was a few elements in it that was more theatrical and performative. So I get it, why it hit certain people, but he literally said the exact same thing that girl said last year that I just cussed her out about. Did anybody check her? She came back to stream with you. She's over here connecting with these bigger. Y'all really care about homophobia? And y'all got this homophobic lady amongst y'all? And only God knows what undercover homophobic people was on that campus. Like, let's be for real. You niggas are not consistent. Y'all niggas don't actually care about ignorance. Y'all push it. Y'all monetize off of it. But when you see niggas get canceled over some shit, oh, now we have to. You see niggas get canceled off some shit, y'all like, okay. But guess what? Next time y'all spark up stream, next time y'all collabing with women, y'all have women on stream, y'all are going to talk to them crazy. Y'all going to sexualize them every fucking time. Y'all are still going to continue to perpetuate problematic shit on your streams as you have been year after year after year. Y'all are going to continue to let your communities in your chat be toxic as fuck. There's no reason that girl should have been crying on stream. There's no reason Rakai's chat should have been being racist to a black woman. Rakai is a black man. Why? And y'all gonna say, oh, the internet's the internet, people gonna do what they do. I agree with that. But niggas open the door for shit. They do. When you cater to the chat and you do shit and say ignorant shit because you think it's funny, and you don't check your chat when you check yourself, and you don't set clear boundaries and run a strict program, you're gonna be running a wild, wild west. Let me read the chat. It was an agenda push in 2021. It did have a comedic, yeah. So I don't understand the uproar, but yes. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is if it wasn't Max, if Max wasn't as big as he was, nobody would have cared like that. Thank y'all for being real. Thank y'all for being real. I'm glad I got some real niggas in the chat today that are ready to be honest. And us saying that isn't saying that OJ wasn't wrong. It's not us saying that what OJ said, even if, because I see plenty of people keep saying, oh, what OJ said wasn't wrong. I feel like those people are homophobic. I feel like there's a lot of people who are acting like, oh, OJ said nothing wrong. You are homophobic. Even if you think that, oh, OJ was joking on certain parts, and even if you don't think that it was that bad, you 1000% cannot deny the fact that it was a bit much. I literally felt uncomfortable watching it because I was like, this feels like a conversation that I shouldn't be hearing. It just felt unnecessary. So again, I'm not coming on here to cape for OJ just because I'm familiar with his content, and I'm not here to cape for Max. Even if you didn't feel like what he said was that bad, it was too much. Even OJ said himself, He did a bit much. There was sometimes people like comedians, people who tell jokes, sometimes they go a little bit too far. And anyone who watches OJ knew this was definitely a situation he could have reeled it in a lot more. He was too far into the let me play the bad guy character. Let me just say whatever for a clip. He has to hold that L. Yeah, they do paint an ugly picture for OJ, but he painted it for himself. He did. Remember what I said? He had a choice. He chose the character. You didn't pay attention to his body language. You didn't even allow him to really speak for himself. You kept talking at him. He set this play up for himself. I don't think he deserves the homophobia or people telling him to off himself or whatever. I saw a lot of crazy shit in his chat. I don't think he deserves that. But at the end of the day, you can't really police people on how to react to what they perceive as ignorant or what can be perceived as ignorant, even if the intent isn't to hurt people or to harm anyone. You automatically start talking to me about queer people and you bring up religion, whether you're joking or not. If I want to label it as homophobic, I can. Because why are you talking about church and shit? Even if you're joking, you can be funny and joke about your friend or someone who is being flamboyant and doing all this shit. You can joke about it in like a not harmful way. These niggas make gay jokes all the time, but he went too far into the deep end and he has to hold that L. And thankfully he don't be on social media, so it's like it honestly don't fucking matter. But because people who watch his content know that when he puts on his Jamaican accent and he's talking about some demon and all that Jamaican shit, he's more so making fun of his community than he is identifying with it. He's literally making fun of his community. But it's just like it's a character that he's playing. It's funny, right? Well, what he did with Max was not funny. I'm gonna be honest. That shit was not funny. But I'm saying being able to take your own community and like make fun of them and being able to say certain things outside of the situation, like on different streams, that is just to be able to make light of it, but not to like sign it. Like that's funny. And I really had to sit and think. I was like, have I ever gotten a homophobic vibe from OJ? I'm like, no. I'm like, he makes gay jokes. Absolutely, all of these streamers do. And I even remember, I was like, bro, I remember like OJ getting accused of being gay, and like I don't recall him ever like fighting homophobia with homophobia. When people assume that he's gay, he says, look, he gives a whole speech of like, listen, masculinity and straight men don't present all in a singular way. We're not a monolith. Everyone with a penis is not supposed to just show up one singular way in order to be considered straight. It's just not how the world works. And that's usually his response. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the Uno reverse card. Yeah, absolutely. But again, I don't know OJ. I'm not his friend. I don't know what goes on his mind. I don't know his personal beliefs. He says he's not homophobic. I believe him. I take his word for it, But like, he made a very great point that if Michael Blackston came up there and joked like that, I don't think it would have been an issue. To be honest, I think he's absolutely right. I don't think it would have been an issue. I think if it was an issue, niggas would have been clawing for it to be an issue. People like so. But again, I'm not finna blindly defend him and say, oh, he's totally not homophobic and da da da. Because I watched that video from the lens of someone who is familiar with OJ's content, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Hey girl, hey Leah. Then I watched it again from a perspective of a person who has no idea who the fuck he was. And I was like, oh, I understand the response. I understand this. And I always say there's always a better way to say things. Always. There's always a better way to say things. And I think that instead of this only being a learning lesson for OJ, this needs to be a learning lesson for all of these streamers. All of them, especially the bigger ones. Be nicer. Be more kind. This shit that y'all are pushing to just blatantly be ignorant for a clip. Bro, these niggas, these clip pages will clip you up for nothing. If you fart, they will clip you up. I think at this point, everyone can understand you don't have to keep forcing clips anymore. And you don't have to force clips so bad to the point where you're over here making somebody cry, even if it's not intentional. You don't have to do so much shit to the point where you accidentally hitting Kai in the eye with some shit. Y'all can stop forcing clips now. They're gonna clip you. I promise they're gonna clip you. This is something that all of them have contributed to. And I'm coming from a place of love because none of these other streamers are going to sit up and be honest about it. Nobody's going to have a real conversation. I'm sure Ojay would have tried, but the nigga canceled now. So that's cooked. He ironically would have been the only one to have this conversation that I'm trying to have right now. And I'm not even trying to have it because I know how the internet works and y'all are stupid. And y'all don't actually care about bigotry. Y'all don't actually care about people being ignorant. You do not give a fuck. I see y'all be ignorant every single day. I see y'all talk crazy about strangers every single day. I see y'all not give niggas the benefit of the doubt every single day. I see y'all tell people about themselves every single day. Me coming on social media and really trying to like build and grow a authentic community of critical thinkers, of independent thinkers, of people who can, thank you for the follow, of people who can operate in a state of nuance, people who can have productive conversations, disrespectful agreements, who can engage in dialogue in a mature, emotional, intelligent way. I feel like I'm just I am very intentional when I come on stream talking about stuff because I'm just not trying to talk out the side of my mouth. And I don't like hearing people talk about shit that they don't understand and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And so if I am talking about something, I'll be like, you know what? I'll give niggas a benefit of the doubt. This could be the case. This could be the case. I always leave room for another thing to be the case because I don't fucking know these people, you know? So yeah, that's just what I do. And I feel like most people don't do that. I think it felt worse because this is maybe the first time he got confronted like this by someone he supported when they were both small. Yes, I agree. I do feel like coming from Ojay, it just hit different. It really just hit him different. I do. Wow. Okay, Ashton. You go. I love that. Oh, someone fell on his knee. What? Okay. Hold on. Is my audio on? Yeah.
D, guess what, D? I didn't go to your Fortnite playing ass the fuck on my face. I didn't go to the party, D. I didn't go. I respect.
Oh my gosh. Bro. I seen this video.
Hey, look where all this dick riding got you, D.
Oh fuck. That's crazy. You see, I seen this clip going viral. And I seen like a caption. And I seen some people like, I didn't watch the full thing though, but I looked at the comments and people was like, oh my gosh, that's so bad. And see, again, this is another scenario. There's a lot of people who feel like, damn, this was fucked up. Like they genuinely feel like this is fucked up. And I feel like, again, if Lacey, if this is a scenario where Lacey showed true discomfort and he really felt some type of way, then niggas, then everybody would follow suit and be like, oh, this is wrong. This is so fucked up. Everybody would hop on and be like, oh, this is so fucked up. You know? But yeah, that's poor Lacey. I mean, I don't know what happened after that. Did he come back and give it back to him? Did he just do that for the clip? Because if he just did that for the clip, I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that. That's funny. I think that's hilarious. Kai is so funny. Your clips mean a lot. You know what? I respect the Clippers. You know, I respect the Clippers. I think clip culture and what it's turned into has definitely fucked a lot of things up for sure. Like there are people who get to literally slap on any type of caption onto a clip and drive whatever narrative they want. And people, funny enough, you know, they fall for it. You know, they believe it. Niggas don't even watch a clip. They just look at the caption and then they say what they got to say about it. I think what clip culture has turned into is so fucking stupid, which is why for me as a streamer posting clips, I'm like, oh shit, I really see how stupid y'all are sometimes because it's just such a weird thing. So that's why with clips, like when there's people that comment in my clips and I'm like, I can tell you're stupid, I just block people or delete their comment. Like I don't really like, I don't care to engage with people who are stupid, you know? This is a clip of Rakai. I don't play on stream though. Keep main cam on. It's weird. Oh, okay. I can't even stream anymore. The streaming software I use, you can only use for stream. That's fucking stupid. And I did a 50-hour live stream straight once. Huh. That's fucking crazy. Okay, let me play this on.
Baby, fucking clutch! My nigga feels so! Baby, fucking clutch! My nigga.
Did I actually just watch what? I think that clip came up, but I didn't finish it. I swear, a lot of these clips, some of them, I just see them and I like don't actually watch the full thing. That's the shit I be talking about. And that was just this most recent streamer you. That's the shit right there I be talking about. So when OJ sat up there in OJ face, when OJ sat up there with Kai face, it said, you are a real demon. You know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to do with anybody being gay. That he's talking about his character, his behavior online, and the shit that he does publicly. This is the clip of what? Okay, this one I am gonna watch because. So can I play this one on stream or no?
Don't say shit up, nigga. I'm a loving father. I take care of my kids, nigga. Drink up. I want that fucking drink up, nigga. Oh, drink up, nigga. Oh, yeah. Okay, alone. Don't say the words, nigga. I'm just gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird come on, drink, nigga. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes. We all fall down. Bitch, we all fall down, son. We all fall down, son.
I got that drag, hold on. Yo, niggas could not be, I'm tapping, I can't let go. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, bro? The fuck? Get my brother? Alright, watch this now.
I kind of felt like Kello was trying to signal, like, get off me. Like, I felt like he was, like, kind of like you have a safe word or something, or where you play fighting, you kind of, like, know when somebody's, like, stop, Let me look at the comments. What the comments say? This is literal waterboarding. I was horrified watching this. He's putting his finger over his nose so bro can't breathe while he's in a chokehold being waterboarded. This is bullying, and he just letting them bully him. They should be kicked out. Damn. So yeah, some people didn't find this funny. Wow. Marlon and everyone did it. Oh wow. Hey guys, sorry TikTok. I was reacting to a clip. Damn, I didn't see that. Where is the energy they giving OJ for this? That is my point. I'm so glad y'all are providing me with clips. Well, with more clips, because I actually had a lot saved and I was debating on if I was going to play them on stream or not. Oh, well, let's start here, right? Let's go back to the point where I was talking about, these are old videos, right? When he first came out with the wig. Let's go through the comments. Let's go. This is going to be a fun game. Let's go through the comments. And everybody, what OJ said is still very fresh on your mind, right? Yes. Okay. So y'all are going to be able to notice similarities. What does it say? Yeah, the devil playing in that ad. Look at the date on this. People are being real comfortable with being homophobic. It's saying, cool, yes, thank you for that. Okay, nice comment. Let's see, devil breaking. Like, look at this. We watching this get his soul took in real time. Does any of this sound familiar? Any of this sound familiar? But OJ said he didn't even mean what he said. Yeah, I know, Go. Yeah, I talked about that. I know what he said, yeah. Devil doing jumping jacks with his soul. Is this not what OJ literally said, bro? Look at the likes. Look at the likes. This video has 1 million views, yet it's thousands and thousands. It's damn near these same amount of people online defending the nigga. Or not defending him, but fucking, well, yeah. It's damn near these amount of people online who's like, be like, OJ, leave him alone. Stop being homophobic. Look at this. He sold his soul. He in too deep. And I'm not nitpicking at the comments with a couple of likes. He's gay, isn't he?
Yep. And I was his fan.
Now this one was a little bit nicer. Look, this is such a non-issue. Literally no issue. So this one was a little bit nicer. So yeah, people have been talking about it, It's been a conversation. There's this dude.
There's a big thing on the internet right now with plaqueboymax and the amount of things he's done in the last month, niggas is basically like he gay. He got like a diva tattoo on his ribs, a lace front. Then he was like, why can't niggas twerk? Why is Max doing the shit he's doing? Bro, because he's getting engagement. Because he's trying to play into the whole rock star bit where you do a bunch of controversial shit that like arouses people, but also like shit that maybe for you genuinely makes you feel free. And I say keep doing it. Nigga, bro, if those things make him feel more comfortable, who gives a fuck? This dumbass nigga Waka Flocka. You know, the kids, they must be paying him to be this way. And just like them Republicans is paying you to suck Trump dick. He an industry plant trying to indoctrinate kids. But let's talk about people in...
That was a bar he just said in that last part. That was a bar. He was so right for that. That was a fucking bar. Yeah, I pretty much kind of agree with what you said too. Like, honestly, I don't fucking give a damn that much. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, but I also agree, again, nuance. Yes, I do feel like who gives a fuck, but I also agree with OJ, who says you're putting things out for people to have an opinion on it. And not everyone has to like it. Not everyone has to agree. That's also a very fair point. He's not wrong there.
So I wanted to quickly talk about something that I have been noticing, and
I'm not gonna play with these long clips. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but just like a little piece.
what makes me really uncomfortable is that a lot of Twitch streamers, specifically the black ones, the most popular ones, I don't know any other white non-black ones to be honest, are pushing the fact that you should only treat women who you are attracted to with any level of respect. And at that point, even though attractive ones get a small amount of respect because they're being constantly sexualized, right? Now, I cannot stand it because it is clear that the people watching are picking it up by the way that their Twitch chats look. Like, we already know that this content and...
Did you hear what she said? They're doing shit based off what the chat looks like, what they're saying, what they're egging on, the narrative they're leaning into, catering to the chat. The point that I made earlier. I love this clip from India Love. Don't know how long ago it was, but love this clip from her. Except the last part where she was like, "Oh, we need more masculine men in the streaming culture." I didn't really like that point, but yeah.
Listen, everybody else can give their opinion, so can I. They were saying how like male streamers, and 90% of male streamers right now are either very disrespectful towards women or doing gay shit. And they were like, I consider streaming, but I don't even want to be in the category of being a streamer because all streamers do on stream is disrespect women, like outwardly, out loud, just very disrespectful towards women, or they're doing a lot of gay shit. And like, I agree with that 1,000,000,000%. Oh, sorry. And I really hope that more masculine men can come change that trajectory. Is trajectory the right word here? Because I don't like that for them, because like I feel like that's very true. And like, yeah, I hope more masculinity is showcased in streaming. I feel like, you know, people are too worried about getting clipped, and they feel like the moment of getting clipped is doing feminine things or being very disrespectful and making a female a butt of a joke. And I don't like that for them, because I
agree with that, except I didn't like her comment saying she wished there would be more masculine men in the streaming culture. I think what would be better for her to say that, look, words, there's always a better way to say things. I'm telling y'all, it's always a better way. I think it would be better for her to replace that with, I just wish these creators would just be authentically themselves. And not, you know, constantly lean on playing gay all the time and relying on that. I just wish these male streamers would just be themselves more. You know, I didn't like her saying I wish they would be more masculine. I can't necessarily say whether she had any homophobia behind that or not, but I'm just offering another way that could have been said. Look, another weird thing.
Yeah, great.
I'm actually not even gonna play that whole clip. I don't even want to fucking look at that nigga. But if you've seen that clip, you know that nigga weird. You know Adrian Bronner's weird. I don't even have to play that. But this is what I was talking about earlier. So I'm gonna play the first clip. Hold on. This one.
They're talking about my skin color. Yeah, so why is your chat saying fries? Why is your chat saying fries?
Oh, ask him, yes.
Okay, chat, why are you saying fries? The heck? I think your chat haters.
Your mom said, okay, enough because we're time to go.
What? No, because she doesn't like your chat. They're talking about my skin color. You don't see your chat talking about my skin color? Hold on, here, mom.
Don't be mean to my daughter. I don't like that.
He wasn't being mean. What are you doing? Be nice.
Yeah, I'm his chat.
It's okay.
Wait, what's his name?
Go ahead, be nice.
What's his name? Hey, I was going to, wait, what did my chat say?
White girls are better. I don't like that.
No, it was a lot.
I was on camera.
Do you know how sad that is that this young black man's chat is spamming white girls are better? Do y'all not understand how fucking weird that is?
Okay, enough clips. Bye, mom.
Don't tell my daughters.
And this is her comment. She said, it wasn't Rakai. He's so sweet. I promise. He can't control his chat. He made them apologize. And I believe her when she says that. You know, that's why I said I'm not going to directly blame Rakai for that. I am going to blame him from opening that door because let's play it's an old ass clip. And cool, y'all gonna say, oh, he grew up, he matured, he did that. I'm all for redemption. I'm not gonna hold niggas to their past mistakes. But when you open up a door like that, being so fucking popular in this field and you don't close it properly, that's what happens.
But for me, my cup of tea is light skins and shit like that. Huh?
You don't like dark skin?
Hell no, they're too hoodlum and shit like that. But for me, my cup of tea is.
I just this one, let me see this one.
My type, I love light skins and I love white girls. Yeah, sometimes I like brown skins. Even though shade, in my opinion, she's actually 14, like kid up.
And those are like, I'm not gonna hold too much weight on those, right? Rakai never had a filter. Yeah, but I've also seen Rakai. When I was looking at clips, I saw him talking about like being intimate with, like talking about like sexual stuff with women. I'm like, how old is this boy? I don't want to hear him talk about that. What the fuck? That shit is weird. But this is the Lonnie girl. This right here hurt my feelings right here watching this.
I didn't want to cry on stage in front of the entire Kai Cenat stream, but I feel like it's so hard for us. I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I do a really good job at staying so positive. It's just really hard as a dark skin girl because there's so much colorism and haters for no reason. And talking to most of these people, everybody has different fan bases and nasty people and just a bunch of stuff that I have to deal with on the back end. But
it's so fucked up that she has to like smile and make faces through her tears. That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. And she's trying her best not to blame the creators for their community, but I'm sorry, they should be. They should be. You are not just going to have a whole slew. You're not going to have a slew of ignorance flooding your chat on a consistent basis unless at some point throughout your career, you welcome that, whether it was intentional or not. Whether it's by your behavior or some sort of insinuation or a joke. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And this is a very recent example. So that video I pulled up from Rakai, that was years ago, right? So fucking long ago. You see how that shit still reflects in his chat today? When niggas don't check they chat, when niggas don't get on camera and they say, hey, I don't appreciate this, I don't welcome this, and that. Let me pull up my my clip page real quick. And I have this in all of my bios, on all my pages. This is a safe space for nuanced and emotionally intelligent conversation. Bigotry and ignorance aren't allowed here. I love the block button, so act accordingly. I have this pretty much on all my pages, right? I make it abundantly clear, not even just through my fucking bio, but by the things that I talk about on my stream, the way that I talk about it, the way that I approach conversations, I make it very clear what I welcome and what I don't welcome. I make it very clear who I'm trying to attract and who I'm not. But because these bigger niggas cater to the chat, whatever the chat wants is whatever the chat gets. You get yourselves in these pickles where how the fuck do you have a chat full of fucking colorism and racism as a black man, with them being like that towards a dark-skinned black woman? That lets you know that you fucked up somewhere. Even if you don't act belligerent now, even if you don't act like a fucking lunatic now entirely, you never closed the door. You never sat down and said, you know what, this shit is not okay. I don't like this. Chat, cut that shit out. I don't welcome that shit here. Y'all never did that. And y'all are never consistent about it either. Let's do a few more clips. I'm running it up till I'm at 3 hour mark. Fuck it. Let's see. I like this one.
I'm gonna try to keep my thing brief about the Ojay and Max thing, but this is just my opinion on it. I don't think Max being possibly gay is the point that Ojay was getting at. I think Ojay was saying, I know you're not that, You know you're not that. So why are you playing with your masculinity, your manhood? That's all you got. Why are you willing to humiliate yourself for the sake of trolling? Because that's not what got you here. And not for nothing, it's now taken away from the brand. No one's talking about plaqueboymax collabs. He's not showing us him improving on his craft. That content, I think, is something that we would expect to see following his recent trajectory from, when he started doing collab. You would expect to see the journey, but you're not seeing that. You've seen this go a whole different way, and it's starting to look like, yo, Max, you looking like you pushing an agenda now. Because what is the point of you getting a diva tattoo? Because if it was just to get it, you wouldn't get on stream trying to prove a point about it. You wouldn't get on stream upset because people are questioning your manhood. But it's like, well, we're questioning it because you're making it the topic. And it's almost like you're forced to do these things. It seems unnatural. I don't think what OJ said was far off and has nothing to do about him being that, but it's about how far are you willing to go for this whole thing, this whole clip culture thing. How far are you willing to go, especially if it's not you? Are you willing to sell your soul? And when they say sell your soul, they don't mean sell your soul literally, but it means you're willing to do anything. And you're not one of those people. I think that's what he was getting at. See somebody like Rakai, that's Rakai's brand. Out the gate, he's sassy, and that's his brand. And even he's shown frustration. But Max, even though he's trolled in the past about that here and there, that's not what got him his claim to fame.
I pretty much agree with his point. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit nitpicky, but like the only thing I didn't like was, I don't like when people be like, when it comes to people who people assume are being queer, or a masculine a straight man doing like feminine things, and they're like talking about pushing agendas. When people say pushing agendas in regards to like being gay, that is kind of a bit of a buzzword for me. Like that kind of is like, that has some homophobia sent to it a little bit. But so I don't really like that word, because at the end of the day, bro, we have more pressing issues in the world to talk about than gay people. I'm a straight woman. I like men, right? Me seeing gay women or people being themselves or expressing themselves creatively does not make me like want to change who I am. Y'all talking about pushing agendas, bro. It's just you kind of saying you don't want people to normalize queerness. So sorry, newsflash. Queerness is normalized. Gay people are here. They're not going anywhere. Gay people are happy. They exist. Like, get over it. So I don't like if you're in the habit of using that language, pushing an agenda. What are you talking about? Gay people exist. Whoever's gay is going to be gay, and that's just it. Get over it. I agree. People who seem like they're doing shit for attention, I think that's strange. I especially think that it's strange to quote unquote act gay, for attention or for monetary gain. I think that's pretty fucked up. The same way we clown Jack Harlow for him feeling like he can dibble and dabble into black culture and feel like he really holds some kind of fucking weight here, and to use and cater to the black community for his benefit, and we clown him for that. Just like them niggas do that, I think it's weird when people gay bait for attention. At the same time, again, I'm very nuanced over here, so a lot of things gonna be true at the same time. Y'all gotta stick with me. I'm also a person who, like, I just know experiences from like real life of like knowing men who are straight, who have more of like an androgynous, more of an androgynous, presentation. And these are usually like very creative people and stuff like that. And so I do believe there's another conversation to be had, and I've talked about it on stream, where like there are straight men who are like very fashionable and very confident in themselves. And if they step outside of the norm just a little bit, I know niggas in real life who are definitely straight, and people think that they're gay just because, their voice is a little bit high, or because they can dress really well, or because they paint their nails, or because they wear skinny jeans or really nice clothes. It's kind of like, I think stuff like that is pretty immature. I think stuff like that is very stupid. I'm not going to lie. I won't lie to you. I think stuff like that is stupid. And that goes on to my point of why I don't take y'all seriously trying to like defend Max right now with this homophobia thing, because y'all call niggas gay for anything. Niggas can't do anything. Literally, a nigga's voice can't be too high. Something he can't do shit about. And he's considered gay for that. Or because he may be tapped into his feminine side alongside his masculine side. But because he doesn't, everyone, I will say it again, everyone with a penis does not present in one singular way. You don't have to be this super duper macho guy with a deep ass voice to be considered straight. Hey, newsflash, the most masculine man you can see can also be gay as fuck, actually. So let's just cut the bullshit and stop pretending to actually give a fuck about homophobia. Y'all do this, y'all are homophobic so casually, y'all don't even realize y'all do it. Y'all have normalized it so much in real life. Fuck out of here with this performative shit defending Max. I don't give a fuck about Max. And again, for some niggas it's gonna be like, oh, well, I do. Some of you that feel like you actually are defending Max. You really do feel bad for him. Well, I'm not talking to you. If it don't apply, let it fly. But a lot of you niggas are fake. Hello. All right. Do we have any more clips? How are we feeling right now? I think I definitely have a couple more clips, but hold on. I'm gonna try to at least maybe find one more and then we can end. Let's see. I saved a clip from, I think, Rod. That was like a really good clip, but no, maybe I didn't. I guess I didn't save it. Yeah. That was pretty much it. What's this?
I know niggas is not getting on the internet right now criticizing OJ like y'all was doing the exact same shit he was doing to Max. Y'all doing the exact same shit to Max that OJ did. The exact same thing. The only difference is OJ's in his face, in person doing it. Y'all behind the computer screen. And now y'all want to change y'all tune and kind of, move to a different drum because all of a sudden you see the real-time effects of saying some dumb shit like that to a human being. I'm just saying. So now we're getting it, now we're understanding it, and we're seeing the effect that has on another person, and now y'all want to backtrack. Now y'all want to change the tune. Now y'all want to flip the script. Get the fuck out of my face. Stand for something or fall for anything. Don't just say anything and then flip on it because y'all want to be like a good person or a good Samaritan in the whole world. Fuck out of here, bro. You're a cornball. And to me, that's why the world is in the predicament we in right now. That's why we're in this fucked up spot we're in right now, because there are no real free thinkers like that. Like, bro, it's just niggas that's operating to the beat of other niggas' drums. And it's crazy, bro. It's weird. I can't stamp it, bro. I can't respect it. I can't give my kudos to it. It's just peon shit. I can't respect it. So at that point, bro, I don't respect none of y'all trying to talk about OJ being homophobic. Y'all are in the same boat doing the same shit. The only difference is y'all want to be seen as good people, so y'all changing the tune now. Fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, that's the last clip I'm gonna play. But yeah, I agree with that. That's really a great way to wrap up the whole shit. Like, to close this out. Social media is not real, bro. This shit is not real. These people online are hypocritical as fuck. All right, I'm really fucking done. Before I leave, guys, this is my YouTube channel for my main show. My thoughts on Acts 4. This is my latest episode that I had my friend Sincere. That was a dope episode. We really talked about half of the episode we talked about our fresh opinions off of Streamer U, and just kind of the controversy around, what is a smaller streamer, and just the debate around that. It was a very good conversation. And we had some like different miscellaneous streamer topics, and then we had some content creator topics, and him talking about how he kind of the art of engagement baiting. And it was actually a very interesting conversation. I had more so the opposing point of like, how I set very strong boundaries as a creator and I don't really want to engagement bait, but he talked about how his experience and how he does it and how he does it authentically, so I thought that was interesting. But yeah, go check out the main show. I have the podcast here. I'm 45 episodes in. A new episode. I'll be live this Thursday. You can catch me live or catch the upload the next day. Okay, here are my segments. If you don't want to hear me talk for an hour, I do segments for certain topics. Okay, so here's a playlist for the segments. Y'all type in, look, the white man lied to you about spirituality. Not everything is demonic. That's what I was just talking about. Hey, hi, Disu. So yeah, there's that. Also, the main YouTube. Here's my main YouTube channel. Okay, my main YouTube channel. More is coming here. So like I'm talking like starting next week. Actually, yeah, starting next week, this page is about to get flooded. Okay, so my main YouTube channel. This is mainly where I have my series, my digital diary, my digital diary series, where I document my creative journey. So I started this a year ago, almost 2 years ago. And it's just an authentic, straightforward, genuine play-by-play process of my creative growth. This is literally, I guess I'm a streamer now. This is literally my video where I was introducing, talking about that I was about to start my show, my thoughts on Ask For. And just talking about the different challenges I was going through. So I finished season 1. I am now on season 2, which is about execution. So my first season was figuring it all out, literally navigating my life and different challenges I was having, working and wanting to pursue my creative endeavors. And then here for season 2 is about execution. This season, you're going to see me, well, you've already seen me, do more, execute more. But with me having more things coming out, this season is all about execution. It's about taking the ideas that I have and just getting this shit out and stop hoarding it. And so first episode, the fear is stopping me from creating at my highest potential. I talked about how I battled through that, mental health, spiritual grounding, and creating while the world is crumbling. And my most recent episode that I uploaded a few days ago, the impatience of perfecting your craft and embracing my simplicity. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about the impatience that comes with having to take time to perfect your craft when you just want to get something out, or when you feel kind of insecure that you're not super perfect in a certain aspect of your art. It makes you want to hoard it and hold on to it. It makes you feel insecure and not want to pursue it, because it's like, you don't feel like you're as good as you should be, and I feel like people tell you, you don't have to have the best setup, the best this and that to do content, and I agree. But people don't talk about the impatience that comes with that. You having to really take time and be tedious and work on things, and me talking about embracing my simplicity as a creative and how I embrace that through my art and how it makes it easier for me to produce content when I embrace my simplicity. The next episode that I will be having coming next week, and the next episode I have coming will be me talking about my process, how my creative mind works in regards to my show, My Thoughts on Ask For. I introduced commercials a few months ago, and so the YouTube video is really going to give y'all a specific breakdown on what My Thoughts on Ask For is in its entirety, what I'm incorporating, how I'm incorporating commercials, different types of commercials, what they mean, why I'm doing it this way, and to fully describe the full show concept in its true form. So you guys will be able to finally see My Thoughts on Ask For in its entirety for what it was originally planned for. And so, yeah, I'm like, with streaming you, I'm not gonna lie, me watching, I'm like, bro, it made me feel even more confident in what I'm doing, honestly, like, because I'm like, bro, niggas is really not doing nothing that I'm pushing, you know what I'm saying, or that I'm about to actually, do. So as I roll out these next couple of things, I am really moving in a way where it's like I really feel like I'm about to start some things, because streaming is cool, but I think people are not thinking outside the box when it comes to streaming, and there's so many ways to have fun. And so if y'all pay attention closely to the shows how I'm calling my streams shows, my concept stream shows, right? Because that's what My Thoughts on Ask For is. More Thoughts on Ask For, another show. I have another show coming, and I have another show coming. You know what I'm saying? So if you pay attention closely, I'm treating myself like a fucking network. You know what I'm saying? And I'm creating little worlds within my big world for y'all to be able to cling on to. And that way, you're like, oh, okay, Asia's gonna do this stream every Thursday, this stream every other Wednesday, this stream once a month. Like, you have shit to look forward to, and you don't have to watch all of it. You can watch what you like or what you connect to. You might only want to watch my main show. You might only want to watch this, so you get to kind of pick and choose whatever you want and follow me along my journey. So just make sure y'all kind of like paying attention, following along, with where this is going, because more things are coming out. So this main channel, I hope y'all are following it, because all of my additional shows and concept streams will be on this main channel. My Thoughts on Ask For is only for My Thoughts on Ask For. This is where all my other shit is going. Okay. And then lastly, More Thoughts on Ask For. Okay. Love these 2 first episodes that I had. Great. I usually More Thoughts is for one singular topic that I didn't get to cover on stream that I wanted to talk about on here. You can see they're usually not this long. But yeah, usually they are, a lot shorter than this. So I will not be doing More Thoughts on Ask For episodes this long all the time at all. Okay. But yeah, so go tap in with the main channel. Okay. I'll be a lot more consistent on this because I have so many things coming. So yeah, sorry I needed a moment to, not sorry actually. I'm promoting myself. Fuck it, okay? I'm promoting myself. So yeah, things are coming. I'm very excited. Here's my link tree right here. You can find my link tree here on Twitch as well. I do tarot readings if y'all didn't know. So tarot content is coming on my YouTube as well. And yeah, the podcast on audio platforms, if y'all are audio listeners, Discord, Instagram, Facebook, Substack. I do have a Patreon. You can kind of ignore that for now. As I grow and build my people and my community, there is a show specifically that I have planned that can realistically only go up on Patreon because it'll involve playing music and stuff. And, after the VOD, basically the only place you can't put it is on Patreon, okay? But that's later down the line stuff. But you see, I got shit ready to motherfucking go. So, yeah, that's it. I'm ready for the creations. Everything's been fire that I've been watching. Thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate it. And you guys have a great week, a great rest of your day. Be kind to yourself. Stay prayed up. It's Mercury retrograde, so if you're feeling a little weird, your energy's all over the place. Be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. And stay prayed up. And remember that everything is going to be okay. If things feel weird right now, if your emotions feel all over the place, you'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Well, everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. You had a 3 hour and I missed it. I know, right? Crazy. I know. But yeah. So for real this time. Bye guys. I'll see you guys Thursday.